Good morning, everyone. Happy Black Friday. Hello to the replay viewers. My name is John Kurizawa, and this is day number 45 of the 75-day challenge. And we're talking thankful in spite of, and I'll be referencing 1 Thessalonians 5:16 through 18. Well, good morning, everybody. Hope you're having a wonderful Black Friday. Hope your Thanksgiving was fantastic, that you got to spend time with your family, your friends, and being thankful. And being thankful doesn't end with Thanksgiving. It's continual. It keeps going. And you know what? I actually had I thought about this a little bit better, I actually had a devotion I was going to read to you that came in my email this morning, but I realized I can't do it because I'm on my phone. So unfortunately, maybe I'll share the link a little bit later. I'll actually put it up on my blog. But this is what I want to read to you out of 1 Thessalonians 5:16 through 18. Rejoice always, pray continually, give thanks in all circumstances, for this is God's will for you in Christ Jesus. No matter what is going on with our lives. Basically, the story out of the devotion I was going to read to you was about Corrie ten Boom, who was in one of the absolute worst concentration camps in Nazi Germany. And you hear the stories of everything that happened there. But one of the things was they had an infestation of fleas in this concentration camp, in their barracks. Now, if any of you have dogs or small pets, you know one or two fleas are, they're bothersome. They're really bothersome. But imagine thousands of them, thick, just covering you. Well, the blessing out of this is the soldiers, the guards that were there at this concentration camp didn't want to go anywhere near this barracks. They didn't want to come in because of the fleas. So basically, these women were left alone, and they were able to do Bible studies. And Corrie ten Boom and a group of other women there that did the Bible studies were actually able to bring a whole bunch of women to Christ during this difficult time. So these fleas, which were crawling on them and making them itch and scratch, it actually came as a blessing from God. Imagine that, a little annoying little flea, anything like that, being a blessing. Now you have to think, and let me turn this to landscape for a minute so you folks can see what I've got behind me. I'm just trying to get this. Here we go. All right. Trying something new today. So think about the things that are going on in your lives. I know right now, and I've been very public about this, sharing about the struggles our family is going through. I've been out of work for the last 7 months. We're struggling financially. I've been putting out resume after resume and contacting company after company and not being able to get an interview to save my life. I don't know what is going on. We're not sure where the next amount of money is going to come from to pay it. We're in a situation today. We've got a bill that's due today that I've got extended out that I don't know how we're going to pay it. We've got a couple of other ones that, we need to get paid. I don't know where the money's going to come from. But I'm trusting that God is going to provide for us. There will be provision there. And just taking a look at it, that this difficult time financially that we're facing, it is a blessing for something else. We don't quite know what it is right now, and you may be going through the same thing in your life, but you need to be thankful. I talked about this a couple of weeks ago in one of my other scopes, talking about being thankful in all times, in all difficulties. And like I said, it says in that Bible verse again, rejoice always, pray continually, give thanks in all circumstances. Not when you get the pay raise at work, or when you get that great, you end up getting a promotion, or you win money in the lottery, or your son wins a state championship, or your daughter gets a blue ribbon at something. Let me flip this back, folks. Sorry, it's bothering me a little bit. It's not just those times. It's when we're going through the struggle. You know what? Here, I'm going to follow you. People, products, prosperity. Okay, you know what? I'm very interested. Do me a favor. Hold on, let me check back. JCBV Group. Do me a favor. Please go onto my profile, and when I'm done with this, and there's a link for my WordPress blog. Please go to the contact me. Oh, you know what? I'm going to go back on my replay, and actually, let me see. I'm going to try screenshotting this. I don't know if it worked. I don't think it did. I'll have to go on the replay. I will email you my resume. My background is in sales and marketing. I'm trying to get away from the sales side of things, but I've realized that marketing and social media, which I've been trying to get into, may not be the avenue. Yes, please, go on there, go to my contact page and send me the information. Thank you very much. Anyways, though, back to what I was saying is we need to be thankful in all times, and I know it's very difficult. I had one of those days yesterday. I'll be perfectly candid here with all of you because I tend to like doing that. I had one of those days, even though it was Thanksgiving, it was one of those days I was dreading going to spend time with my in-laws, and did not want to go into the conversations of the work search and everything else. Good morning, chat. I just didn't want to go, and it actually ended up leading to an argument with my wife and I. And as everything ended up working out okay. As we're taking the drive up, I had 45 minutes where, I had my wife and the kids in the van, but I was still able to focus on thought time, and devotion, and just thinking about what I should be doing. And yes, thank you, Nicole. Everybody feels that way at times. It got overwhelming for me. This week has been very difficult for me. And, doing these Periscopes, it's actually therapy for me in a way. I've mentioned it before. If you're a first-time viewer, I don't do these to tell people what to do. I don't do these because I'm a preacher, a pastor, a minister, a motivational speaker. I'm none of those. I am actually I'm a husband, a father of 5, another one on the way, unemployed dad, doing this 75-day challenge to push myself. You can ask Chad Harris. He's been here since almost day one. I do this to push myself and hopefully motivate somebody in the process of it all when I'm doing this. So this really ends up being free therapy for me. And hopefully, and now I've made another connection today, so it actually works out fantastically. But, we need to continue on with being thankful. Everybody pushes November as, 30 days of giving thanks for this and that, and then we tend to forget about it the rest of the year. But what about the other the other 29 days out of the year that aren't there, or the month that aren't Thanksgiving? What about the other 11 months out of the year that aren't November? We need to be giving thanks all the time. Okay? Thank you very much. So, share this with your friends, please. Let them see the replay. Again, I'm not about the number of followers, not about the number of hearts, though I do greatly appreciate the hearts because that shows a sign of encouragement for you. Thank you very much. I actually haven't even looked at my heart count the last couple of days because honestly, if I have 5 hearts or if I have 5 million hearts, it doesn't really matter. I'm not selling anything. I'm not promoting anything. I'm just trying to share some encouragement with folks. So hopefully this has brought some encouragement to you. I hope you have a great day. If you're Black Friday shopping, Dave Ramsey reminded me of something today. Don't overspend. Don't spend beyond your means. If you have to use a credit card to go out and get the newest little gadget or whatever, you don't need it. If you don't have the cash on hand or you have to take away from another bill, don't do it today. It's not worth it. You don't need it, okay? Enjoy the day. For the first time in a couple of years, I'm not going shopping today at all because I'm in a situation where I can't. I'm not missing it at all, honestly. I got to sleep until 9 o'clock this morning. It felt great. So I'm out and about running around now for the rest of the day because my son's got swim practice and I need to get my daughter in the gym. Well, I don't know, Nicole. I don't know where I was when you were 18, because you know what? At 18, I sure as heck didn't follow that advice. Oops. Oh, almost ended up canceling my broadcast there. Sorry, trying to do things one-handed here. No, Dave Ramsey is great. Dave Ramsey's Financial Peace University. If you have questions about budgeting, if you're struggling financially, I know I'm going off on a different tangent with this, but that's okay. It is a godsend. It is a blessing. You can actually take courses through area churches to do it. You don't have to. You can get his book. You can get the kit, and it's worth it. I think it's $100 to get the kit, but you get so much more out of it. Yes, Dave's course is fantastic. You have to be diligent about it, though. That's the mistake I've made, is I went through it. I have all the stuff. I understand it. I actually, when I worked in Christian radio, I brought his radio show to my station. I met him. We had his tour bus in our parking lot. It had his big face plastered on the side of it. I always said I wanted a bus with my face on the side of it just to scare people. But you have to be diligent about it, and you have to be willing to do it, because if you do it, your life will be so much better. And I've made the mistake of not following along with it as best as I could. So that's something I have a lot of problems with sometimes in my life, is follow through on things. Hence, let me show you the room I'm in here real quick. Let me flip the screen. It's a day off of school, but I am in my kids' school. We've got a basketball tournament that's starting up next week, Thursday, and I am like days and days behind on things. So I've got to work in here a little bit today on some things. So I'm going to jump off of this one. I'm actually going to jump back in with another scope in just a minute, but here it is right here, folks. All of it right here. Screenshot this. Day 45, thankful in spite of. It is the 75-day challenge. That is the key Bible verse for today. And I'm going to try coming up with, that's one thing I have not done with this. Thank you for the screenshot. I have not been diligent about Bible verses on this. I have done more, I don't want to say secular motivation, and I've realized I need to stick more biblical motivation to this. Again, I am not a biblical scholar. I'm not biblically trained. I'm not a pastor, minister, preacher, anything like that. I am just a follower of Jesus Christ that is trying to learn more and more every day. And when devotions and Bible verses come to me, I write them down and I want to run with them. And 1 Thessalonians 5, 16 through 18 are the key ones for me today. So have a great Black Friday. Turn it into a great Friday for you folks. My name is John Kurosawa. If you have not followed me, please swipe up on the Android, left or right on the iOS. You can check my profile, go to my blog. The blog hasn't been updated in 2 weeks, and I apologize. But if you need to get in contact with me about anything, I've got it there. I try not putting out my personal email. I may be setting up a Periscope email for people to contact me that I can put out there. Good morning, Adam Heinzen. Goo! All right, so have a great Friday. I'm going to jump back in a couple minutes with another scope. I'm actually going to run out to the gym here real quick. So no, I'm not dressed for the gym. I've got that kind of stuff on in jeans, so I'm not going to be doing anything in the gym. I've just got time to kill. So have a great Friday. Thank you for the hearts, everybody, and hopefully my friend. Oh, I say I lost it. Yeah, they jumped out. Hopefully I will get an email from them. Have a great Friday, everybody.